Once upon a time, not too long ago.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Mack Brothers Podcast. We are here live from El Casa de Deca. John, how are you on this fine day? I think that there's things we need to talk about before we start talking. So we have a new song out. Our new song's called Drinkin In Work. That's what you should go listen to if you're at work, if you're not at work, if you're thinking about work, and you're also thinking about drinking.
It is the number one party anthem. It is better than I Love
Bread.
College. It is just as good as cigarettes and alcohol, just as good as Fight for Your Right to Party. It is the new quintessential drinking song. It's Red Solo Cup. It's all in between all of that gooey, delicious drinking songs. Go check it out.
It's gooey and delicious.
We also have a 30-second song out called
That'll Do.
That is on Bandcamp, curated by Bees, our great friends at Bees, who just won a Homie Award. Congratulations to Bees. And that is, it's on Bandcamp, and it's on the compilation record called Short
Music for Short Attention Spans.
Short Music for Even Shorter Attention Spans.
Sorry.
Yeah, even. Because everything's fair in our world. So
with that being said, also go watch the Monday Mack. That's our music review show. We do classic albums and we do new music on wherever we find it, and hopefully we find good music there, and we like to share our musical opinions there more.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I was just telling John I just started this crazy ass movie. It's called Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, I heard.
And I got about a half hour in, and I was too tired, so I stopped watching it. And I actually, because me and John did a console swap, I'm also playing God of War, the new God of War game, which is fucking insane. It's so good. I wanted to play that a little, so I stopped the movie. This movie is fucking crazy. It is like, I can't even believe the first half hour of this movie. At first, you just don't know what to make of this movie. It's like a psychedelic horror action comedy.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's so good.
I heard of it. Why have I heard of it? Just because it's really good?
Because it won like 7 or 8 major awards this year. It won like Best Picture, Best Director, Best Writer, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor,
Is that Joaquin
Best
Phoenix?
Actress. No, it's not. It's Michelle Wong and there's another Asian dude in it who's like, he's great. He's such a good actor. I forget what he was in. He's not in Squid Game, but he's like the guy from Squid Game. Like, he reminds me of the guy from Squid Game.
Is it scary?
I think there's some of the cinematography and outfits are a little. I was also a little sauced. So, but some of the things about it were a little frightening. Like, there was one scene, like the last scene I watched, it was a little scary because it's like alternate dimensions. And like different versions of the same person in different dimensions, and the way they switch back and forth from it's like, whoa. So yeah. I'm probably gonna finish it tonight. I'm probably gonna finish it tonight after Dynamite. Like, I'm really into this movie.
That sounds dynamite.
Yeah, and then I have to finish God of War too. That's another goal. See if I could do that.
So thank you for asking how I've been doing, Matthew. I've been smoking marijuana.
How's that been for
recently? Well, it's not really smoking it. It's the 21st century way of smoking it, which is in my little pen that I got, that I didn't know charged until recently. But I've been enjoying it a lot. So
Are you going to become a hippie now?
No, but I've realized that I can still be productive and smoke it. And I think it's because I've never really enjoyed it until I was 30.
That makes sense.
And now I can enjoy it because now I have, if I don't continue to work, I won't have a house. Like, if there's things on the line, I can't just get lazy.
Yeah.
So like I can smoke it. I can relax. I've been able to learn. So I used to get panic attacks from it. Now I've been able to learn how to be high. My body's supposed to be more relaxed, And my heartbeat, I'm going to hear my heartbeat a little louder because I'm feeling everything around me.
You know, I maybe it's a brother thing or the conditions of our early environment, but I never liked the sound of my heartbeat. Never.
Me neither.
I never could listen to it. That always would freak me out.
Yeah, I don't lay on my left side the majority of the time because of that.
I have the opposite effect. I feel more comfortable on my left side because it feels like I'm protected. That's why I like to lay on my left side.
Oh, that might actually help me.
That's how I've always felt since I was a kid. I don't know why. I've kind of gotten better at it as I've gotten older. But it's crazy because I feel like when we were little kids, we had nothing to cover up anxieties or anything. Like when you go to bed and your TV's off, there's nothing to do. And we shared a room, so we couldn't put another light if even if we wanted to read, and neither of us wanted to. We weren't nerds. We didn't want to fucking read. So, like you're just there for years. And now it's when you become an adult, it's easier to dull it because we have phones and we have access to we have access to anything we want 24/7 now.
Yeah.
So it's easier to cover up the anxieties, but unless you really deal with them, I feel like they don't like it. They'll still be there once you don't have TikTok at midnight. You know what I mean? And I think that's why it's good to not sleep with your phone. It's like it's good to have like I wanted to have a rotary phone in my house in my bed.
I said that 6 years ago.
You said that on podcast episode 3.
I wanted to, but I'm such a hypocrite because I don't sleep with I have 2 phones. I don't sleep with either of them, but I do read my laptop before bed. I read a bunch of sports stuff before bed, or I'll watch Japanese anime muted because I'm still just reading it. Like not like the special ones. Like I'm not doing it with Bleach, but like I'll do it with that other one that I told you about.
The new Bleach anime has been so good.
It's been fun.
It's been really, really good. They're taking it to a whole nother level. It's like I feel like I'm watching an actual show when I watch it, not just like I'm interested in the stories and the writing and the all the character designs are.
I gotta switch this boy around. There we go.
All the character designs are. Well, why not? All the character designs are great. Let me move this back a little bit.
This will be the
hey,
picture.
yo.
Hopefully this will be the picture.
Hey, rock and roll. Rockin'. Hey, yo.
I think if we go like this, it'll...
All right, let's see if that works. If that does an auto thumbnail, that would be really cool. I want to give a special shout out. I've been thinking a lot about Jesus lately. And you know what I've been thinking about Jesus? You know why I've been thinking about Jesus? Because I heard from this podcast, which is one of the most reliable sources in media
and religion
and religious news in that world too, that Jesus's favorite beer happens to be the sponsor of our podcast, League Island Brewing Club.
It's a crazy coincidence. We were born Catholic.
John was actually a Jesuit priest for 3 years.
Yeah, but then I stopped worrying about it.
It's a lot of pomp and ceremony.
But what most people don't read the Bible is what I learned. Even people that, anyone that voted for Trump.
Even priests.
Yeah, a lot of priests don't read the Bible.
They don't read the Bible either.
I didn't. And I was a Jesuit.
You didn't even look at the Bible.
No, I pronounced it wrong until you just said it.
You remember you used to call it Bibli?
Bibli.
You used to call it Bibli.
Well, I thought it was the Tower of Bible. I mixed them up.
Oh, okay.
So I've been reading the Bible.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. But if you actually read the Genesis story, there's a big part of that about how much Jesus loves League Island Brewing Club, which is the sponsor of our podcast. He loves it so much. He died on the cross for it. So tip your hat to Jesus.
The sin thing was just a gimmick.
Well, a lot of people do sin when they drink, and he wants to make sure they're covered as well because he's flipped a couple tables in his life after having a couple League Island Brewing Clubs.
He's definitely made a few miracles as well while being on League Island.
What would the
Libk? It'd be Libk. The fountain of Libk.
It'll be League Island Brewing Club is the full title. but we're gonna call them libs, like the actual drinks themselves.
Yeah.
A couple libs.
Yeah, League Island Brewing brews.
Yeah, a couple League Island brews.
Yeah.
So it's a lib.
It's a lib. Yeah, I like it. We're taking that little phrase back.
We're taking that phrase back for the sake of Jesus Christ.
Go in our description and support League Island Brewing Club.
Yeah, go become a member.
Back to the to you being a Jesuit priest.
I was member number 20. This is how long I've been around.
Really?
I was member number 20. Jesus was number 2.
Who was number 1? Mary? Joseph. He needed a drink. He definitely needed a drink.
I think it was Abraham.
You know, some of those Bible stories.
But Abraham,
are so
this
true.
is the thing. Abraham let he had 1,000 children, and he let them all drink underage, which is inappropriate.
I think it's pretty fucking rad.
Well, not for our sponsor.
What, for Abraham?
Everything has to be above the books. And back
then,
but
this was 2,000 years ago. The books were different.
Strict. This was like 5,000 years ago. Abraham?
Oh, you're talking about Abraham. Yeah, they weren't allowed to do
Caesar
it.
was 2,000 years ago.
They weren't even allowed to fuck their goats back then. How archaic was that time?
Wasn't it crazy? They went from not even thinking about fucking goats to fucking goats, and then not fucking goats again.
Listen, shit gets you. If you were hanging out in the desert with monks for your whole entire life, you might want to fuck a goat. Because all those people that were writing those stories were just monks in the desert.
There ain't no lady monks.
I don't know.
I think I'd rather fuck a chipmunk than a goat.
I don't know if a chipmunk's big enough to be fucked. I think that's the whole thing about chipmunks.
This is making my stomach hurt.
I think that's why they're so small.
This is making my stomach hurt. No, chipmunks aren't actual. They're not monkeys.
What?
They're like squirrels.
Yeah. Have you ever watched Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
That's what made me just remember that they're
very small animals.
I think I meant chimpanzee, but then the monk thing wouldn't have made sense. I just confused. I just added them.
Where is your? See, that's from reading the Bible. That's what happens.
Yeah, everything's backwards in there.
That's what happens.
It's so backwards in there. It's like Jesus dies, or the world ends, and then Jesus dies, and then a bunch of other stuff happens. And then the world began.
Did anyone see Obama get heckled?
Yeah. That's so good.
And then did anyone see Mitch McConnell get shouted by his constituents to retire?
Yeah.
There's some shit going on right now.
Good work, everybody.
There's some shit going on. It's fun to pay attention. Listen,
God,
listen. I've been. Go watch Cornel West, his appearance on the Breakfast Club.
I just watched that today.
Listen.
I'm voting for Cornel West.
I think I'm a Cornel West guy now. Because
you know what though?
Can't argue with anything he says.
When he said
he looks great, he sounds great.
When he said today, he said because there's like he owes I guess like $100,000 in taxes or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like I'm not gonna do an impression. I'm not hiding from it because I got so much gangster in me. He said that. I got so much gangster in me. He was like, I was just a gangster that found God at a certain point and changed my life. But before that, I was a thug. Whatever he said. And I was like, I'm voting for this fucking guy.
I mean, I like the whole, he looks like Frederick Douglass too, which is
yeah.
No,
he was League Island Brewing Club member, number 7.
Who?
Frederick Douglass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was down.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. It was like Cornel West?
No.
I was like,
no,
I don't know
he
if
doesn't
he's a member.
drink.
I don't think he drinks.
He's such a pious man.
I think that I have not only a spiritual, but a moral obligation to drink sometimes. You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, right? When I wake up in the morning, all I have is my candle and my quill. And how am I supposed to know the water's not tainted?
Yeah.
So if this was 300 years ago, that would be my life.
Well, couldn't you blame me? You're hammered.
They used to drink like 1% cider in the morning, like 1% alcoholic cider, because they knew like if you, Bobby drinks water like he's gonna die of dysentery. Like,
yeah.
There's like used to drink water and die.
You better catch that shit in the rain.
Even you can't even have a good time in the rain anymore. Now they got acid rain. Did you ever hear about that? You take
chocolate rain.
a couple raindrops down, John, and you start tripping.
Purple rain. Shout out
ready.
to
oh God.
Jim
I was in North Carolina and I saw two dueling jazz bands. And this I don't know what this jazz band's name was, but they did a full start to finish cover / their own rendition of Purple Rain that was like, I cried. It was so good.
Purple Rain.
Yeah, the Prince song. They played the whole entire song.
Yeah.
And the guy sounded like Prince. And it was like they were good enough to be Prince's backing band, and I just watched their audition to be his backing band. That's how good they were. I couldn't believe it. I was literally, they did the solo, and I was like, I can't even believe what I'm watching. I'm sitting there eating way too hot French fries and burning my whole mouth, and I felt like it was totally worth it. Like I felt like my pain, my sacrifice for these fries, what was fueling them.
Yeah.
It was great. It was so good. I recommend them. I don't know their names though.
I'm getting a sunburn. Speaking of on fire.
I think today's going to be a short one, guys. It's a short one. You know why, too? We have some things that we're working on.
Wait. Did you see the Trump clips? Him talking about Christie?
He called him a pig.
Yeah.
He can't be bothered. He's eating.
No,
he can't be bothered. He's eating. Don't call him a fat pig. That would be rude.
He said on Truth Social, be Trump being Christie.
That would be very rude. Don't talk about him that way. He does have a problem with doorways, but I'm not going to bring that up. I like how he said, I'm going to watch the debates and see who wants to be my VP. Like, what a power move, you know what I mean? Are you still, do you have a Truth Social?
No.
I made a Truth Social.
Did you really?
Yeah, well, it was just to see Trump's truths. Because some of the things he would post are not, sometimes he would wake up and he would go on Truth Social and be on there for at 6 a.m. and he would send out 40 tweets.
Here's a picture of Trump calling somebody fat.
Look at him. He's a fucking mess. He's such a terrible human.
He's so
funny. It's such a sad thing.
He basically said on Truth Social, I can't find it, because I'm on Twitter. He basically said on Truth Social, he said, he was like, I think Chris Christie will watch that and be very happy that I defended him against the person who called, he's the patriot that called him a fat pig. Yeah, I said, no, you can't call him a fat pig. And
then, Christie tweeted back, he's like, I wish you'd say that to my face.
Yeah, or he was like, if you weren't such a coward, you would debate me.
Yeah. It's
I
crazy.
would like to see him debate.
You know how terrible the Democratic Party is. They're so terrible that the RNC has legitimized the people that are running against Trump that are polling at 2%.
Yeah.
But Marianne Williamson and RFK Jr. are, they're running as Democrats. At least you could say Cornel West if you want as a third party.
RFK is what, a 20-something%?
Both of them float between 20 and 10%, which is way high enough to warrant them to be on the debate stage and to have them be legitimate candidates.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and they're not even campaigning. And Feinstein just was put in the hospital because she collapsed. She
Did
fell.
That happen?
She fell this morning, and she's in the hospital.
I've seen that she gave up.
She gave her daughter power of attorney.
She gave her daughter power of attorney, but she still runs. What's his name?
Yeah, so she's not competent enough to run her own personal affairs anymore, but she's competent enough to run the affairs of the country.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Her daughter is now the the senator of California?
Basically, her aides are tell her how to vote. And all. Can you imagine? She's so old that she can't properly formulate an opinion anymore.
Even if it's a bad one.
She's in a room and they're asking her if she wants to vote yes or no, and she doesn't even understand that.
She started reading what they were there voting for. You really.
It's funny.
When you actually say out loud what she was tripping on, it's so funny. Not the fact that her brain is riddled with dementia. But the fact that she still runs the country, and you can't say anything because then the left will say that you're being ageist.
And it's like, no, we're being fucking normal.
No, look.
You know what? If we were saying, if the argument was, the age you could become a president is 35. We should have a 35-year-old president. As soon as someone turns 35, because we want youth and vigor. If that was the argument, and we were blocking out 50-year-old, 60-year-old candidates, then I would totally agree with the ageist comment. But when someone's literally in a geriatric stage of their lives where they can't take care of themselves by themselves, I feel like that should be if you can't take care of yourself as a human being at a basic level, you shouldn't be able to run the country.
Or like there should be like,
unless there's people that have metal, like if someone has like a bum leg, they might need help, but they're mentally capable. You
should have to pass like some certain kind of mental and physical test.
I agree.
After
and
at
not
any time. Why
not a gimmicked one, like a real one.
So to drive a truck, you have to pass a physical, and they only give you 2-year certificate, by the way.
Yeah.
But the people that make the laws for the people that drive the trucks, they could literally turn into ash, and you can't say anything.
Yeah.
And it's insane. There has to be some. You got to stop being so nice to everybody. It's the same argument that the fucking right has about like people that are canceling people, whatever the cancel culture thing is, and they're wrong in a lot of the places because they just want to control everyone's lives. But the people that control our lives, there has to be a check and a balance to the power they get.
I think
it's fucking stupid.
I think it's a good thing. I don't want them to know what they're doing.
That's true.
I want it to be chaos all the time. It's more entertaining. It's more entertaining that way. I want to see a meeting between Feinstein and Mitch McConnell, one-on-one, no one around. I want to see them talk through some ideas and see how that, where they wind up.
How funny would that be?
I want all the 80 plus politicians in the country who are still in office. I want them to all have like a big forum. You know what I mean? Let's weed some of them out. Let's put them to the test. They're working for me. You know what I mean? I want to see some action. Do you know what if they say they're here to help, okay, I gotta, can you carry my bags for me? Can you know what I mean? Put them to work.
Yeah.
Let's put these old fucks to work. Let's not be ageist anymore.
Yeah.
100%. We're putting the kids to work now in some of the square Republican states. They're rolling back child labor laws.
I've seen that. Yeah.
I think it's great. It teaches them the value of hard work. To me, nothing. I would much rather have my son or daughter, aged 14, fall into a pit of burning oil, or operate heavy machinery that can crush them. I'd much rather than do that than be the lazy. I
babysat twice when I was about 14, so I don't see the big deal.
When I was 14, I was doing 18s down at the steel mill undercover because I had a mustache by then and I could pass. They thought I was 18.
And by mustache, he means he had the glasses with the curly mustache and the googly eyes.
I was a hard worker.
Passed.
I actually survived black lung because I ran a coal mine in Croatia. But that's.
Can you spell Croatia without OSHA?
There's no S. There's no S in Croatia.
There's no H, is there either?
No. I think it's like Crotiai. I don't know, something like that. I don't know how to spell Croatia either, but I know what's not in it. And that's what you said.
H and S.
Well, everyone.
Well,
we have some hard work to do.
Before we go, we have some hard work to do.
I don't have to say what I was going to say. Go listen to Drinkin In Work. Go listen to That'll Do. Go listen to the Mack Brothers Podcast and the Monday Mack.
When you
listen all podcast platforms.
When you listen to our last couple singles, I don't think it's a surprise to say that we went down a direction that we're going to continue to go down a little longer. Hopefully you're enjoying it. And if you are enjoying it, we have a collection, some would say, of similar type of songs that fit the same vibe.
And they're new songs too.
And they're all new. My lips are fire.
I feel like there's a word for this, John, but I feel like we're not going to figure out what the word is until next week.
Not tonight, I don't think. But listen, Oh, you know what? This is our last live pod for a little while.
It is, yeah.
So, it's going to be weird. Well, no, it's not, because we Zoom a lot.
It's gonna, most weeks, we're just gonna be Zooming.
Yeah. Special occasions we'll be together. But the music still lives on. The podcast still lives on. The brotherhood and friendship still live on.
Well, I don't know about
I love you.
I don't know about the friendship part of it.
I love you.
I love you too. This is like our most sentimental podcast moment.
Yeah. So thank you for listening. Hopefully you someone sees that. I don't know if anyone's listening to the end, but
If you're listening, we hugged each other.
yeah. So because you can listen on Spotify.
Yeah,
and
we have lists, John. We have audio only folks now.
Yeah, I think we do.
Maybe
so,
like one of them. But for the
we get like 4 to 7 downloads an episode.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
I need to go on Buzzsprout.
I don't know who they are, but thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Take care of each other.
And stay tuned next week.
Yeah, we got big news coming out.
Nothing's stopping. It's just going to be we're going to be like COVID for a little bit.
Yep.
It's kind of just like how it was.
We're quarantining from a couple states away.
Yeah, exactly.
But take care of each other. Me and Matthew have some more work to get done. So talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.
Oh, take care of yourselves.
Yeah, take care of yourselves.